Now to an all-new 2020 report. Back in 1996 in Fresno, California, police found themselves hunting a killer. They didn't know when he would strike again.
It started with the murder of a young college grad. After some starts and stops, the investigation got a new lead. 10 years later, the DNA discovered at the scene of the first killing matched what was recovered in a sexual assault in a nearby town. But then it would take more than 10 more years after that before new genetic technology allowed investigators to finally close in on a suspect. Here to tell us more, Nightline co-anchor Juju Chang. It's great to have you on our newscast. Let's start with the murder of 22-year-old Debbie Dorian back in 1996. What can you tell us?
Well, David, I'm always happy to be with you to tell you about these stories. This one in particular is about a co-ed at Fresno State who, just as her life is taking off, is found brutally assaulted, raped, and murdered. And DNA is found at the crime scene, but the case kind of goes cold over a couple of years. Then a string of sexual assaults in a nearby neighborhood, and there's a DNA match. And that keeps the investigation hot. And they manage to keep investigators looking for clues, and it takes, as you say, 30 years for the new DNA technology to come on board, the genetic genealogy trees where they take public DNA evidence, because this guy was not in the criminal database, and they got him. They arrested him with body-worn cameras, and we see it all unfold in front of our eyes. It's an incredible saga.
And Juju, they actually arrested the wrong person in this case initially, right?
Absolutely. That was when DNA was less accurate, and instead of 8 markers, there were 1. So they arrested a guy who had been to her apartment, and it sort of took investigators off the scent for a while. But they knew that was not the guy, and they let him go. And the case never went cold, as the investigators like to tell me, but it lay dormant for many years as they continued to search for the suspect.
So tell us about the new technology that allowed them to crack this case.
So this other brave woman came forward. She was a survivor of a sexual assault. The DNA found at her scene was then matched to the murder, and she goes on camera with us for the first time ever. She was Jane Doe #1 for decades, and she said she wanted to speak out about what happened to her. And when there was a gun pointed at her, guys, she says, "You're not going to get away with this. I'm going to get you." And that is the title of tonight's episode. And what they did is they took that DNA sample, they ran it across this genetic database, and they bingo, came up with the guy. Wow. And then went after him.
Such a case of like brave witnesses, good police work, and technology all coming together to solve a case.
Totally.
Thank you so much. ABC's Juju Chang, great to have you again on the newscast. 2020 episode, I'm Going to Get You, airs tonight at 9, right here on Channel 7, and we'll be streaming tomorrow on Hulu and Disney+.